Hey everyone, Zeph and Moses here, and in this gear guide video, we're going to talk about another product from Decimator, and that is the 12G Cross. The biggest difference between the MDHX and the 12G Cross is that this one is 4K compatible, so it's going to be able to scale your 4K content down to 1080 and vice versa. The reason why I like this one is because if I have a camera that's plugged in that cannot output 1080p or just doesn't have that setting in the camera system, I can take that 4K feed, convert it down to 1080p, and send it into my ATEM livestream switcher. Now, if you plug that into the switcher before you did that, it's just going to show up as black because those switchers are not 4K compatible. So this is the biggest piece to the puzzle there, is taking that 4K feed down to 1080. Now, similar to the MDHX, this operates the same exact way. It's got an HDMI 2.0 input, HDMI 2.0 output, SDI input, and then you have 4 SDI outputs down here. Now, the biggest difference is this has a Genlock port, so you can insert timecode into this, and then you can take it from there. Now, it's got a USB plug in case you want to modify this on the computer, but everything is controlled through the same sort of menu system and touch buttons right on the screen right here. So if I scroll through with the left and right arrows, I can get into the menu. I've got my control menu where I can adjust the SDI out source, HDMI out source, the HDMI out type, the scaler source, so I can choose if my HDMI input is scaling or if my SDI input is scaling, and then timecode reference, so if I set it to free run, then I can go ahead and set it to a color if it's not getting an input. So no signal color, right now it's set to magenta. I can cycle through yellow, white, black, blue, any color that I want. This is a really good troubleshooting tool that you have. So if you don't remember to plug in the cable to this, or you're just not getting a signal, it will output a color and you'll know when it's plugged into your switcher that something's wrong and something needs to be adjusted. Same deal as the MDHX, this allows you to cross convert both directions. So I can take an SDI feed in, send it to the HDMI out, as well as an HDMI feed in, send it to the SDI out, all while the scaler is operating on just one of those inputs. So again, the scaler, same sort of thing. You can only choose to scale one input at a time, but because this gives you that bi-directional capability, then you can still use this for more than one conversion happening at the same time. Now, this is a little bit bigger. It's the same form factor as I would say maybe the ATEM Mini Pro. It's almost the same height, but it's not the same width. It's definitely much shorter, so it's really easy to pack into your bag. I recommend having at least one of these with you. If you've got all of the MDHXs like I did, grab one for the times where you do run into a camera or some sort of feed that is 4K and has to get scaled. And then of course this will just handle all the same other conversions that you might use this for. So highly recommend the Decimator 12G Cross. This is the 4K cross converter HDMI and SDI. If you want to see a full walkthrough of how the Decimator works, I have a video for the MDHX that you can check out, and it's pretty much the same exact menu system minus the 4K capability. So if you want to know how that works, click on the link down below and you'll find the Decimator MDHX video. And thanks so much for watching this gear guide video on the Decimator 12G Cross. See you next time.